What's up guys, JP here, and this is going to be part 5 in my entire DVD collection. As always, links for the other parts will be, somewhere around the screen or below or something. So first up we have The Faculty and Phantoms. This is I believe it's a flipper disc that Echo Bridge put out. I've seen this a bunch of times in Walmart, and it was always tempting, and I really wanted to get the Faculty. It was only $5, but I kind of wanted to get the Faculty on its own without Phantoms because I really didn't care about that movie. But eventually I was there, and there was nothing to buy, so I bought this. And the Faculty is an awesome movie from the 90s. It got some familiar faces in the cast. Robert Rodriguez film, and it's a really cool movie about the regular group of teenagers, the jock, the nerd, the bad kid, and they basically have to save their high school from aliens, and eventually, that would take over the world. Really cool movie, cool concept and stuff. I like the kind of aliens that they are. Phantoms, not very good. I really didn't like it at all. Really didn't hold my interest. It was kind of lame. I think it started off interesting, but it was just kind of a terrible movie in my opinion. So Phantoms, no. Faculty, yes. Um, Next up we have the Final Destination movies, 1, 2, 3, and 4, on a 4-pack put out by, I believe, New Line. And the Final Destination movies are really awesome in my opinion. They're getting a little bit played out, but then they kind of threw a little twist in it on uh, part 5, which was kind of cool. The first film is really cool. It was definitely an interesting idea, and then the second film, it's probably my favorite of the series. I thought it did a really good job of tying the first one in with it, and the deaths were kind of cool. Part 3 I didn't like when it first came out, but it kind of grew on me. It's a little bit, it's more fun. It's not as well made, but the deaths are fun, and that's really what you watch the Final Destination movies for anymore, is like the deaths and stuff. And then the Final Destination, or Final Destination 4, really makes Final Destination 3 shine, because Final Destination 4 is pretty terrible. A cool thing about this, I seen another guy on here who had uh, he had this Final Destination thing, and he basically had 2 flipper discs inside. But mine actually came with all 4 movies on separate discs. So I thought that was pretty cool. I don't like flipper discs, so that's a plus. Um, Next up we have Feast, and Feast was a really cool um, kind of monster movie style thing. It was an interesting, it came out of nowhere for me. I didn't really hear anything about it, and then I just picked it up and I was really impressed by it. It was a fun movie. They kind of did some different things that I've never seen anybody else do in movies. Um, and I love movies where people are like stuck in a bar or a house or a farmhouse or a building, like kind of like zombie movies where they're posted up in a building or something. They're stuck in a certain location, or like what other movies do that? Like Dog Soldiers, how they're stuck in that farmhouse, or even From Dusk Till Dawn when they're stuck in a bar, kind of like this movie. And there's monsters or vampires or zombies or something outside. I like that style of movies. They're always interesting to me. Feast 2, which is not very good. It's not like Feast 2 and 3. I got the third one here too. They're so much different than the first Feast, and they're just way more cheesy and just really over the top and ridiculous. They're not they are bad movies, but they're watchable for some like cheesiness, and they're kind of entertaining. But when you're coming from something that was really awesome like the first Feast, it really brings these two down. After that, we have The Fog. I did not pay $14.99 for this. I got this back when I used to do a lot of eBay stuff. I got it in a lot, and it was you know, free in there with some other stuff that I wanted. And I didn't see, I never seen the original Fog. But this movie is really easy to come by. I actually ended up with another copy, a full screen edition, just by buying, you know, some other stuff and it came with it. So it looks like nobody wants this movie. I didn't like it. I do want to see the original Carpenter one, but I didn't like the new Fog, the remake. Next up, we have Freddy vs. Jason, which I love. I remember going to the drive-in and seeing it and being so hyped up as a kid because when I was a kid, Freddy and Jason were the, you know, top dogs. They were just amazing to me. They really, I was obsessed with them when I was a kid. I watched all the Nightmares and the Fridays all the time. And to finally see it happen, it was awesome. I know some people were disappointed, but I think them people really had super high expectations, which is reasonable. I mean, it is Freddy and Jason in a movie, you know, versing each other. It sounds like it would be the best thing ever. But I thought it was really decent. You know, I thought it worked really well, and I like how they brought them together. I thought it was pretty interesting. It's probably better than what I would have came up with. Then we have Freddy's Dead. This is a really old copy. This is one of the oldest DVDs I have. I haven't even watched this in years. It's just pretty much collecting dust right now. You know, because I have the box set, and I watched the copy that's in the box set. Freddy's Dead is not... I actually enjoy it. I like all the Nightmare movies, but, you know, of course it's really silly, but I have fun with it. Then next up we have Friday the 13th remake. I went and I did a cool thing with this. When it came out, I believe it was in 2009, like June or July, and me and my friend basically during the week we watched all the previous film, like, you know, 1 through 12, 1 through 11. I believe, yeah, even Freddy vs. Jason. So we watched the 11 other movies all week, and then went and seen this on opening night, and it was awesome. It was fun. I had a real fun time watching it. I was super hyped. You know, then I bought it on DVD, and I was a little bit more nitpicky, and I didn't like things like Jason taking hostages and stuff, and the underground thing. But eventually I grown to like it, and I actually think it's a decent Friday film now. And we did that with Scream and Elm Street too, with the remake and Scream 4. We've done that for like 3 years. Me and my friend, that is. Next up we have the uncut edition of the Friday the 13th original deluxe edition. I really like these lenticular covers. I thought it was a really cool selling point when they put these out. The first Friday the 13th to me is not my favorite. I do like it, and I like it more now than I did when I was a kid because, you know, I know the movies as Jason, so it always kind of was weird. I believe the first time I even saw this one was on the Monster Vision Marathon, where they showed all of them in a row. And I remember being surprised that the killer wasn't Jason. Spoiler alert. And I guess the last one for this part, because this video is getting a little long, is Friday the 13th Part 2, the deluxe edition. I really like Friday the 13th Part 2. I didn't so much when I was a kid, but mainly because he didn't have the hockey mask, and I known Jason as the hockey mask guy. So I never really gave this one a chance when I was growing up, but as I got older, it's actually one of my favorite ones now. It's in my top 3. It might be number 2. And I think this one's the most scariest. And it's just it's really up there in my favorite Friday the 13th. It's a lot better than the original in my opinion. Like the lenticular cover, and yeah, Friday the 13th Part 2, awesome movie, awesome special features and stuff. So that's going to be it for this part, guys. I think this is Part 5. See you guys in Part 6.